Hello everyone, welcome back to your own channel. So guys, today we'll be going to discuss about the next ascendant and the transit of Saturn for that ascendant, and that ascendant will be Scorpio. So for Scorpio ascendant, we'll be going to talk about when Saturn will be transiting to Pisces, what result it will give for that particular house and what result it will be giving for the houses it will be expecting during that transit. And also we're going to touch base on Jupiter Ketu transit along with Saturn also, just to show which house will be going to have most impact for that period of 1.5 years for Scorpio ascendant. All right. Also, I have posted one new article on my website, which is Saturn in Vishakha Nakshatra. So in the my Nakshatra series which is going on. So if you are interested and want to read about it, please go to my website, which is shikharvats.com. Alright guys, so let's start the video. So for Scorpio ascendant, Saturn will be transiting to their 5th house, which is the house of children's, which is the house of speculative business, speculative income, which is the house of creative expressions, government. Why I'm saying is this because if you see in Kalpurush Kundli, this house is the original 5th house and Leo sign is ruled by Sun. So that is why this house is for creative expressions and related to government. So when Saturn will be transiting to this house, definitely something creative or some creativity will going to enhance in your life during that 2.5 years of period, because it will be transiting to your 5th house. Also related to other matters of 5th house, which is like childbirth, speculative business, speculative income, will be going to people will be going to benefit of those things also. But as I always talk about, that one has to understand the basic thing, that wherever your natal, so however your natal planets are sitting, like which planet is sitting in your 5th house, which planet is sitting in your house aspecting 5th house, or whatever the other transits are going on. Because see, it is very important to understand that every planet transit is important, and that's going to make some difference in one's life, not just the Saturn or Jupiter, because every planet transit, even the moon transit, which happens for 2.5 days, can show some difference in a day-to-day life for in your chart or in your life when moon actually transiting. All right, so these things becomes very important when we actually analyze the chart. So we have to understand that this is not just about so this is not just about the Saturn transiting 5th house. It will give all the results for 5th house. No, it is not like that, because for everyone, every Scorpio ascendant will not going to experience the same kind of effects in the Saturn transit, which I'm talking about. Because you need to understand one thing, that even like if this ascendant right now, Saturn is transiting in their 4th house, not everybody will get benefit from property, or maybe their house get renovated, or something happened related to their mother, some happiness has came into family. No, it may happen for some, but not for everyone. So people need to understand that these transits will work based on their natal planets positions also. Also, if suppose which planet actually is Saturn transiting over. So suppose 5th house, right now, if suppose I take an example of Jupiter. Jupiter is sitting in the ascendant of Scorpio, right? Ascendant. So it is already aspecting its own house, 5th house, and it is in trine of Saturn, right? So if other things also support, like if suppose I've already told you that there are things called like Sukshma Dasha, right, which we already I've made a video on that. So if suppose a Sukshma Dasha also running with the same planet, maybe either of them or some other planet which is benefiting 5th house is running, and these transits are also happening, then there is a very, very good chance of a childbirth, right? Not for everybody whose Saturn will be transiting to 5th house for a Scorpio ascendant, they will be going to have a child, right? So those things also you have to keep in mind before, and when you are analyzing a chart. Not just the results would be same for everyone from the same ascendant. It will be totally different based on your natal chart. So that's very important to understand. Okay. Other thing, now let's talk about the houses which Saturn will going to affect during this 2.5 years of period. So for Scorpio ascendant, first house will be the 7th house from third aspect, then your 11th house, and then your second house. Now before getting into these specific houses, I would like to tell you one thing that I've told you in the previous video also, that wherever Saturn sits and the houses it aspects, it actually connect those houses, right? So in transit also it's the same thing, that wherever Saturn is transiting, from there whatever the houses it is aspecting, it will connect those houses, but for a temporary period of 2.5 years, right? So here if you see, it is connecting 11th, 2nd and 5th, and they both are all three houses are actually involved in dhan yogas, right? This is related to gains, this is related to income and family, right? So when Saturn will be transiting and looking at these houses, definitely there is a high chance of people gaining something related to money. There could be a financial gain, either a salary increase or some business benefit or something speculative also, because it is connecting to the 5th house, speculative gains, right? But again, you need to understand that this is not going to happen for everybody, because if there is some malefic aspects to this house or to these houses like 11th and 2nd houses, then results will be completely different. So we have to understand that. All right. Now, just a second, guys. Okay. So, yeah, another thing is, so these things has to be carefully examined before analyzing or understanding the effect of Saturn. But definitely for some of them, so some of Scorpion ascendants whose 5th house is beneficially placed, 5th lord is beneficially placed, and then Saturn transit happening, and 11th and 2nd houses are also good, then definitely they are going to get some very, very good benefits related to monetary. Maybe some financial gain like salary, I told you, business or speculative, anything it could be. Okay. So these things are will be going to happen for Scorpio ascendant. Now we already talked about the 5th house. The next house will be the 7th house, which is the third aspect. So I think I've already told you in my all videos that third aspect of Saturn always require a continuous effort, right? So this is the house of 7th house is the house of relationship partnerships, right? So people who are married or the people who are in relationship, they should be very much focused or should be putting continuous efforts to improve their relationship. Otherwise they can face some adverse effect during this transit. Okay, because it is the third aspect is always, it has a karmic effect, so it always relates, and always Saturn always wants you to put some continuous effort to improve that house or to work toward that house, or the things of that house, work towards the things of that house, right? So you need to carefully work start I mean you should be carefully working towards the thing of these house, like you should trying to improve your partnerships. If you have any business partnership, if you are in relationship, then you should be very careful about relationship and your partner. Similarly with the marriage, you should be careful about your relationship and your partner. You should be putting efforts there. Only then your things will be good. And this thing will impact you more till the time Ketu is transiting your 11th house. Why? Because from 11th it is directly aspecting your 7th house. Okay. Once Ketu will move to Leo sign, then it will not going to affect too much, and then Saturn will also not going to affect too much on the 7th house thing, but again efforts will be required. Okay. All right. Now, so the next house which Saturn will be affecting during this transit is the 7th house, sorry, 11th house from the 7th aspect. Now 11th house is about the gains, your elder siblings, your social network. So when Saturn will be aspecting this house, till the time Ketu is here, you need to be careful about the social network, relationships with them, your elder siblings and your gains. But once Ketu will be moving out of this and will be transiting to the 10th house, which is the Leo sign, then you start getting benefits of the things which we just spoke. So I think towards the end of the June you should be careful, because Saturn and Ketu both will be aspecting this house. So then one should be carefully watching the things related to this house. Okay. Now from the 10th aspect, Saturn will be looking at your second house, which is the house of income and which is the house of family. So first of all, when Saturn will be looking at this house, there would be gains coming to this house related to income. And as I told you that it is sitting in the 5th house and it is also looking at 11th. So gains not just monetary, there could be addition in the family. Maybe someone can get married, maybe someone can have a childbirth. Why? Because 5th house is related to childbirth, 11th house is gain, and to a second house is family. So it can be a gain of family also, which is the addition of a new member to the family. So this could also happen for people having Scorpio ascendant. So yeah, we should be watching these things also. But again, as I told you, I have to repeat this multiple times because a lot of people ask the same question or they get confused about the same thing, that does it going to be for everyone? No, it will not. It will totally depend upon how your original chart is placed. And if you don't know the things, please have a consultation with someone so that you can understand what effects for your chart it will going to have. All right. Now the other thing is, as I told you, that Saturn will be transiting to a watery sign. So other watery signs will be in the trine, which is Cancerian sign, and the Sagittarius. Oh, I'm sorry, not Sagittarius, the Scorpio. So it will going to affect your 9th house and your Lagan ascendant. So 9th house is again the house of Bhagya, which is the luck. So it will going to benefit in your luck, and also it will going to give you gains also, because it is directly aspecting the 11th house. So definitely some gains. Either it could be related to your gains, it could be related to gains related to your father. Maybe your father can get benefit of it, maybe in his workplace, or anything related to your father's profession, or maybe father can gain something out of some financial gains can come to him. So that could also be possible. Other thing, so you have to see, as I always tell, that you have to look planets sitting in there. Suppose Mars is sitting here, Mercury is sitting here, and you are working in the same profession of these planets, then definitely, because these planets will be in the trine to Saturn, transiting Saturn, it will going to give you good results regarding the career related to these planets. Or if you are preparing for those kind of a career, then definitely there is a chance of success for the planet sitting in trine to Saturn. So it is very important to see trine. And again, as I told you about the results, it is very important to see what planets are sitting in trine to Saturn. If suppose 5th lord is in trine, as I told you in the beginning, or 9th lord is in the trine, then it will going to give good results for those particular planets and house, right? But only for that 2.5 years of period. Again, one thing is very important to understand: Saturn is a planet of karma, and it requires hard work and patience. So whatever house it will be transiting, whatever house it will be aspecting, hard work and patience is required for those houses. If you are not doing the hard work, you're not following doing your karma properly, then Saturn will not going to give the results, or it could give the adverse effects. And that is why most people suffer and they start blaming Saturn for that. But the point is that actually it's their fault, not the planet's fault, right? Another thing is that the one house which will be very important for everybody, one sign, which is the Sagittarius sign, because Saturn, Jupiter once traveling to this house, and Ketu once transiting to this house will be aspecting Sagittarius sign for all of us. But the house will be different. For some it could be 5th house, for some it could be 10th house, for some it could be ascendant. But for them, for a Scorpion ascendant, it will be the 2nd house. So things related to matters concerning to 2nd house will be going to play a very important role in their life for at least 1.5 years period, when Ketu and Jupiter will also be looking at 2nd house. But after that, once they will be transiting to the other house, 9th house, for them after 1.5 years from June, then it would not having much impact on this house and this sign. But for a period of 1.5 years, this will going to have all these three planets will be affecting your second house and Sagittarius sign. So please look into the matters of the planets sitting over there. You have to be spatially looking at those planets for the better results and what kind of things can come into your life during that period, because this would be a major area where your life will be get affected for that period of time. Okay. Alright guys, so this is my small analysis for Saturn transiting to Pisces for Cancerian ascendant in the month of March. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. Share the video, comment. I will try to answer whatever your questions are. And for Hindi viewers, already the Hindi video is uploaded on the channel. And next ascendant video will be coming soon. Okay guys, thank you so much. Bye.